Hi guys! I just wanted to share with you my 8-week project. I wrote 4 pieces of poetry, and they're all about my observations, my feelings, and thoughts while being in nature, mainly my backyard, which is my favorite place. It's just a big forest, and I get to see the comings and goings of nature um, and the weather, and for some reason when I'm out there my thoughts just run rampant and I can transfer that on to paper and through my poetry. So I hope that you enjoy reading it. The first piece of poetry that I have is called The Land of Plenty, and this piece, it really just discusses how beautiful the world is, just observing it, and all of the natural resources and just the beauty that it offers to us, but also kind of mourning the effects that humans have had on the earth, and just exploiting natural resources and just really having a huge imprint on what the earth looks like today. And I do have hope that it will be restored one day, but for now, I know that our actions will have consequences, and one day we'll have to meet with those consequences, and that will affect us in the future, let alone while it's happening. We're still seeing the effects even now. Um, and so, yeah. And then the second piece of poetry was called The Weight of Things. And in this piece of poetry, it's just me observing my surroundings. And in the very first verse is, "Good morning, birds, hello, whistling breeze, the cry of the hawk and the bend in the trees." It's so beautiful. And it's almost, you can't truly, I don't know, explain it in words, but this is the best that I can do. So here, I'll read the poem for you. It says, "Good morning, birds, hello, whistling breeze, the cry of the hawk and the bend in the trees. Even they feel the weight of things. I feel in my heart that something is about to change. The look in your eyes tells me you feel the same. Wake up to the sun raining down on my skin. I must admit I don't know where to begin. Perhaps I'll kneel before I stand and lift my hands. I'll kneel until my Lord comes again." Yeah, and it's my observation of how beautiful the world is, but also acknowledging that it's a broken place, that sin is real and it does have a true effect on the world that we live in and in our lives. But I believe and I have hope that God is in control of it, that He is the creator of it, of the world, and it's sin and our sin that has broken the beauty of it all, but it's still beautiful even in its brokenness, and that is a wonderful thing. And God is the creator of this world, and one day it will be remade, and I think that's what this poem is about. It's about seeing its beauty within its broken state, but also knowing that one day it will be restored, and that's just a wonderful and joyful thing for me. And so that's what that poem's about. And Life Worth Living, that's the next poem. And this one I wrote just last week, and I was just sitting outside and kind of, I don't know, frustrated with myself, and how it's so easy to get locked up in my house when the outdoors is right there, right outside my door. And it's really easy just to get consumed by the life that I can do in the house, but seeing the toll that it takes on me and how it can end up being kind of a cage. It can end up making me really depressed, and somehow you feel like you can't get out. And so this is kind of me kind of being really mad with myself, basically, for not just taking advantage of the beauty that's right outside my door that would completely relieve me of all my anxieties. And it's just a place where I can feel free. And it's just, my frustrations and me breaking free of that and enjoying the outdoors. So I'll read this for you as well. Life worth living. I must escape to that hallowed place, to the autumn's cutting breeze. I must cross the grave's threshold and escape these lifeless thieves. No, I will not stay. I must be free of this wretched place, a life of dire ease. Step out and take hold of it, the glory that comes with the dawn. Oh, I can taste each breath upon my tongue, that sweet morning air that fills my lungs. For this is life as it ought to have been, a life that's worth living, free from sin. And I hope you like that. And then the last piece of poetry is called While You Sleep. And I'll read that for you before I explain it. It says, will you go outside and feel the sun? Time is far too real and your day has just begun. Oh, won't you show your face? You cannot hide yourself away. This place you call home has become your cage. There are children in the fields running wild among the trees, with their heads in the clouds and their spirits among the leaves. The crops shave all been brought into the Saviour's keep, and all the light has gone, it disappears while you sleep. And I meant to say the crops have all been brought into the Saviour's keep. But basically, this poem is very similar to the last one that I read, Life Worth Living, and it's another frustration about people who aren't living their lives. There's so much life to live outside of their door, out in the world and in nature, but also just out in the world. And I just, it was kind of my frustrations with other people in my life, just seeing how they're just basically wasting away inside when they could feel so much better about themselves and just about life in general if they had just put down what they were doing, put down their devices, their phones, stop watching TV and movies and stuff and just go outside and breathe the fresh air. And it's so, yeah, this poem is just more frustrations, but also celebrating what everyone else is doing outside too. Where my favorite part is there are children in the fields running wild among the trees, and that's just kind of me reminiscing about when I was a kid, and I used to be in the woods all the time with my brother, and that's basically what we did. We would be in our grandma's fields and in the trees from morning till night, and that was our life. That was our childhood, and it was the most amazing childhood that I could have ever dreamt of or asked for. And so, yes, I hope you guys enjoy those 4 pieces of poetry, and I will enjoy looking at all of your 8-week projects. Thank you. Bye.